DG, one of my favorite materials to work with. Welcome back to Down to Earth. Well, Lou's picking up some DG for the new paths in our bird and butterfly garden, and we're going to check in with them a little bit later and see how it's progressing. But first, we've got a very special guest in the nursery today, and she's going to teach us all about the different plants that bring butterflies into the garden. Let's go up and meet her. Well, Pat, do you think we've got enough plants out here?
Well, Tom, I think we've got a pretty good start.
We're lucky enough today to be joined by Pat Pulowski, San Diego butterfly expert. Pat, welcome.
Oh, nice to be here.
And so I've got a ton of butterflies in my garden, and we've got tons of plants, but I got to be honest, I don't really know that much about it. I know there's two basic kinds of plants that butterflies like. Can you explain that a little bit?
Well, there's host plants for the caterpillar stage of the butterfly,
Right.
and then there are nectar plants for the adult stage.
Now, on this side, I know we set this up so that these were sort of the nectar plants. And so we've got common things like lantana, and there's another variegated one, and this purple one. So is this a good plant to bring in butterflies?
It's a wonderful plant. It's very easy to grow.
Yeah, super common.
Right, and it attracts a large variety of butterflies, different kinds, because they all come for the nectar.
Right. And I know these lantanas are super drought tolerant and tough, and you can grow them pretty much
are.
anywhere in the garden. Now, this is another one that I don't think you can really talk about butterflies without talking about these. Now, what's up with these?
Well, I love butterfly bush. In fact, I've got one in my yard that's 12 feet tall.
Yeah, these guys can get big here.
They can, and there are hummingbirds that come for the nectar,
Right.
and lots of different kinds of butterflies.
Right, and the great fragrance, and they
Oh,
make a
yeah,
good cut flower,
absolutely.
so
They
lots of
do.
good stuff for the garden.
They're wonderful.
Now, this is one called Opera, and we've got a lot of different colors in the nursery. Is there any difference in the different types of buddleias as far as what they bring in?
Not really, not
So
really.
just any buddleia, they all like the nectar.
Right.
Now, I was surprised over this because this is a super common landscape plant in San Diego, plumbago. Now, this brings in butterflies?
It does. This variety is called Royal Cape.
Yeah, beautiful
It's a
dark blue.
beautiful blue flower, and the marine blue butterfly, which is an itty bitty little blue butterfly.
Now, are they
Bambi-
common?
They're very common.
They are.
And in fact, you know, if you're looking at a plumbago, you might see a bunch of these little marine blues, and if you're not a butterfly person, you might think, oh, little bugs, but they're little butterflies.
Oh, how
this big.
cool. And these guys are super tough and easy to grow.
They are, they are.
All right, great. And there's and we've got on the host side over here, we've got some more plants that do that.
we
Now,
do.
this one I always call butterfly weed. Now, what's up with this?
Well, this is Asclepias curasavica,
Right?
and it is a milkweed.
All right, so milkweed family.
Yeah, it's also called butterfly weed. But,
Right, common
I
names,
usually
lots of
call
different
it
common
milkweed,
names.
right? And it is the host plant for the monarch butterfly.
So if you want monarchs,
Right,
you
this
need to
is
have
it.
this in your garden.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And not only this species, but there's many others you can plant, but they all have to be Asclepias.
Right, so this is basically the yellow form.
Yeah, yeah, this
Of
is
the
silky
orange one.
gold, which,
Silky
you know,
gold.
if you're not a red-orange person, you might plant this variety.
Now, you were telling me, this surprised me too. This is Cassia by Capsularis, and this variety is called buttercream, yellow flowers in the fall, but I didn't realize this was a butterfly plant.
Oh, it is. And it's another one that does double duty because it's a host plant for the cloudless sulfur, which is a really cute, well, it's a good sized butterfly too. It's about this wide, couple inches,
Right.
and it's like a soft yellow.
Oh, I think I've
And
seen
it's
those in my
gorgeous.
garden.
Now you know
I
why.
didn't realize they were coming off of these though.
Yeah, they are.
See, I just grow this because it's a great drought tolerant shrub. It blooms in the fall and the winter with the soft yellow flowers and prunes really well.
Oh, yeah, and it's evergreen.
Right,
It's just a
evergreen.
great plant to have in your
and
yard.
drought tolerant, so good water saving plant. That's great to know that it's
Exactly.
bringing in a butterfly
It is.
as well.
Oh, and then also lots of different species of butterflies will come to visit the flowers and drink
so
the nectar.
also double duty. That's
Right.
great. All right. Now we've got these three right here. Now what's
Okay.
up with these? These look like they came out of a vegetable garden.
Yeah, well, they'll probably go into one. And the anise swallowtail, which is that beautiful yellow and black
Oh,
swallowtail.
I love
you
that
see.
one. I forgot those in my garden.
Right, exactly. Now you know why, if you got these plants.
I've got some fennel down in the garden. Maybe that's
There
why.
you go, fennel, and here's parsley, and here's dill.
Oh, dill.
And they will lay their eggs on all of these plants.
Really? So these vegetable plants will bring in butterflies. See, now, I didn't
Exactly.
know that. Okay, now we've got some more plants over here. Now these are some more what you call host plants.
Yeah.
Now I was surprised at this. This is a curly willow, but you're telling me that willows can draw in butterflies?
Yes, they can. They draw in mourning cloaks and also western tiger swallowtails.
Oh, really? And these
Yeah.
guys are easy as pie to grow. I mean, you just stick
They
them in the
are.
ground, throw a hose at them, and they go to town.
They do, yeah.
All right, that's great. And then this is a California native. This is rhamnus, and I've got these down in my native garden, but I didn't realize coffee berries brought in butterflies too. Now, what do these bring in?
Well, these bring in pale swallowtails. And the pale swallowtails are striped, black, and cream. And they're a good sized swallowtail. And
Now
they're
they're-
really beautiful.
Now, they basically just using it as a host plant, though.
They do. Yeah,
Not
they
much
lay their
fruit.
eggs on it.
Right, and then they just find the other nectar plants
Right,
after they
exactly.
hatch.
They're great.
Now, is there a butterfly season in San Diego? Like one season they like better than others, or is it a year-round thing? Or
Well, actually, you'll see the most butterflies between March and November.
so that's a long
The
season.
most varieties. Well, and with the monarchs, we're lucky in that they occur in our area in the winter months.
Okay,
So we have
whole different
year-round
season.
butterflies, yeah.
Another big bonus for living in Southern California.
Well, of course.
Well, Pat, thanks. I've learned so much today, and
Yeah.
I'm so excited that all these plants I didn't even know about are bringing butterflies into my garden, and that might explain why there's so many of them.
I think that does.
That's great. Thanks again for joining us.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
Wonderful. Now, if we've piqued your interest in butterflies, one of the best resources online is the Monarch program, the one we were talking about earlier. You can visit them on the web at monarchprogram.org. Also, though most of the plants we featured are non-natives, our native plants obviously bring in a lot of local butterflies as well. So check out the Native Plant Society website at cnpssd.org.